I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Welcome to the Vanderpump Rules After Show. Hello, everybody. How are you feeling today?
Well, I'm great.
Good. I'm so excited, guys. We have a lot to get into tonight. I know Katie's not super excited about this episode tonight, but she's going to tell us all about how she feels about it. But Schwartz and Tom are getting remarried in Vegas, and they're not inviting Kristen. Stassi is pressuring Beau to propose to her, which is kind of annoying. Mm-hmm. And, of course, Brett and Dayna are, sparking something. So we'll get into all of that. We have some news. Of course, we're going to give out our Pump-tinis. But first, I want to know your overall thoughts. And Katie, I would love to start with you. I know you have some deep thoughts about this episode.
It was one of those episodes where I would watch a scene and then be like, that was so boring. I'm pretty sure I didn't watch anything. So then I would rewind it and then watch it again and be like, oh no, there just wasn't anything to take in. All right, next one. It was just like, and y'all know I hate the newbies. So it was just a lot of them. And I know that I should give them a chance, but Dayna, that's the blonde one, right?
Yeah.
She's just she's really boring up there. Yes, she is just like a white wall. Like, she's pretty, and I love a clean
Are you talking
wall.
about Dayna or Ariana?
No, Dayna.
Girl.
Jeroslyn seems to disagree.
I completely disagree. And I like even more, what I really loved about this episode is how they're working to bring the newbies into the oldies because their storyline is just more poppin'. Like, you see how Ariana has to go sit down with Lala and Dayna, because if not, she would just be riding, equestrian horses with Lisa or knitting with Katie. And then Brett, it was just so cute watching him flirt with Lisa. I like the newbies, and I just want them to incorporate them more into the season because the oldies are old. They're old. They're wrapped up. We're sitting here watching Stassi sweat Beau over an engagement. He's going to propose. So it's like their storylines are getting old and played out. I like the newbies and the fact that Scheana is a part of the oldies and just acting so desperate to incorporate herself in the newbies. It just shows you even more like, oh my gosh, Sheena's a train wreck. I really enjoyed this episode. No, it wasn't super messy the way I like it, but it's leading up to some super messy stuff the way I like it.
Love it. Archie, what were your thoughts tonight?
I wasn't disappointed because I was really excited that we got that conversation had by Tom and Katie after last week kind of left us out, on a limb where Katie was distraught and he was calling her names. And then this episode really, I know, Katie, you hate the new people, but this episode solidified Dayna as like a member because Lisa Vanderpump came to her party. Yeah. Like everybody's there for her. Like, she's not going anywhere. Maybe Brett will, but she is here to stay. So I was fully locked into the episode.
Yeah. But do y'all enjoy what she brings?
Yes.
So far, yeah. I mean, she's hopping around from guys.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of working.
She's nice to look at. She's dateable. She's not out here desperate dateable like Scheana. She's cool dateable. So it's a matter of seeing which guy could really lock her down, because you could tell she's not the girl who's just going to put it all out there for you right off the back. Like, if you're rocking with me, I'll rock with you until you show me otherwise. She has personality, and at the same time she shows some kind of loyalty, like when she had the conversation with Scheana, but at the same time she stands up for herself. She doesn't just take no, she has a little la in her. She has a bit of all of the old girls in her, minus Kristen.
Interesting. Yeah, Dayna won me over this episode. I never really cared for her, but I was like, I don't know. It was just, maybe we got more from her. I think when she was talking about her mom, and how, they had the same birthday and her mom passed away, that really it hit, a little different because that's mom. So I think that sort of made me a little bit more empathetic towards her. Yeah. And I think the past few episodes have been so extremely dramatic. And so this episode, we didn't really get any screaming matches. So maybe that's why it felt like it was a little bit slower, but I still feel like there was a lot of good context to the episode. Also, guys, I'm so sorry. I totally forgot to introduce everybody, but just in case you guys are new here, we have Jeroslyn, Jovonn, we have Katie Thompson, Archie J and My Name is Rivet Soro like 15 minutes into the episode, but
Right.
just in case. Sorry about that.
Funny.
So okay, first let's get into Schwartz and Katie. They're about to actually get married in Vegas and invite everybody but Kristen. I mean, are we surprised at this point, Archie?
No, not at all. And I actually like seeing this unfold, how Lisa made it awkward and Katie's a little left out of the loop. Since we already have this drama going around, it was just funny to see because we already know the relationship and the strain on it. But I'm not surprised at all. They didn't even want to, go to lunch with her. Why would she want you at the wedding renewal? Yes, it's a bit, sad and heartbreaking because she was a very intricate and big part of the wedding initially, but now, things are a little different. And I even like the conversation that was had towards the end of the episode between the two.
What's interesting to me is that last episode we see Schwartz yelling at Katie about how much he never wants to have sex with her again, and then in this episode we're just gearing up to go to Vegas to get ready.
Yeah.
Y'all want to hop into some therapy first, or like what up?
I mean, the conversation they had, it was like, I mean, possibly they already had a conversation before the cameras were there, but it's like he's apologizing for being drunk. We've seen this before in past seasons. And Katie's still just being frumpy Katie. And now it's like, frumpy? Okay, well, she's frumpy.
That
she's
is rude.
The definition. You look into the dictionary, it's her. It's
frumpy AF.
Guys.
Oh, that sounds offensive.
Oh my God. And
you might as well be Tom. You're Tom right now. Just call her fat.
No, that's not fat. Frumpy is a killjoy, a negative Nancy, a boring person who'd rather be at home knitting, someone who kills the joke, who kills the vibe. You're frumpy. Someone who just, of all the, like when they had the scene, with her and they all wear their little dresses, her, Stassi and Kristen. Her dress was my least favorite dress. I was just like, you would look so much better in a brighter color to bring out, the boldness of your beautiful eyebrows and your beautiful hair. She just wore earth tones. That's just something to me. That's just my thing. But that's what I define as frumpy. Okay. And I just felt like she was still very, like she wanted him to apologize, as he should, because he wilded out in front of everyone. But she was also just very unapologetic of just like kind of killing a moment that, like Schwartz said, it wasn't even your moment. Like, why did you turn it into what you turned it into? But I'm happy that, as every loyal couple should do, you guys just got to brush that kind of stuff. Like, get over it. It's not that serious. You were being annoying. He told you about yourself. Move forward. Let's get married again. Renew our vows. I think it's fine. It's love. That's love.
I don't know. I mean, it was interesting to me that Tom did apologize, but even after, when he was like at the skate park with the boys the next day, he was like, oh, well, I was kind of drunk. Like, sorry, dude. Like, I'm just, the worst. It just seemed very casual. And I totally get it. Like, couples get into fights and arguments all the time. But I think the things that he said stemmed from like a deeper place, like a deeper issue in their relationship that does need to be addressed. And when he sort of apologized, it still felt like, you overreacted, but I'm still sorry. Because I just feel like he was kind of, they just didn't want to fight anymore. So they're just like, all right, like, let's start planning our wedding. And back to Kristen and how we're not inviting her.
I will say, though, that in that initial conversation when the show opened up, she had said all she just wants him to do is kind of say sorry. Yes, he was acknowledging what happened, but he never really said sorry. And then in his confessional, he even said, I was wrong. But we've never heard him say, I was sorry. Correct me if I'm wrong.
And the fact that
I think you're right.
Right. I don't remember him saying I'm sorry, but he did. He had an apologetic tone.
Yeah.
But the fact that he did drop a bomb that, that's why I don't have sex with her. And this isn't the first time that we heard they don't have sex. And now you're just planning a wedding, but just the last week you had a girls' night and then you're going to have another party. So you guys just throw events to distract yourselves from the fact that there is some problems here. You're not boinking. Whenever you guys are upset with each other, you're saying little low jabs. I think you might be right. They probably should consider going to therapy.
Yeah.
And,
I feel like maybe sometimes the agenda of the show or the events that are happening in the show will distract them from what's actually going on in their relationship. Even though they're watching it back, I don't know that they're actually watching it in the same way that we are.
Definitely. Well, they're chiming in the live chat. Thank you guys so much for being so active. Billy Branch says, he's talking about Kristen. He says, whenever I start feeling bad for Kristen, I remember how she's been in seasons past, especially season 2. I think Stassi and Katie are just utterly done with her. Guys, I feel bad for Kristen. I
do too.
so bad for her.
No.
Yeah.
Archie is done with her. Archie's
I'm
like,
done
no,
with her.
get
I
her out
mean,
of here.
have you ever had a friend that you really just don't want to rock with anymore, but you don't know how to tell them because they're gonna just keep hitting you up, and it's just like, damn, like what do I do? Like you're gonna do what Kristen is. It's like you're gonna just slowly try to start cutting her out. I have this one girl, I just really don't want to rock with her like that. Not anything crazy. She's just a little weird. And she keeps hitting me up like, oh, I didn't see you when I was in LA. And I'll just focus on anything else that she said other than us trying to hang out. Cause it's like, I'm just trying to avoid us hanging out because I don't want to hang out anymore with you.
But I think I've been in those situations, but there's a way sort of, because I've, made friends in the past and sort of realized, I don't really want to associate with those kind of people. So you just slowly like distance yourself. But this friendship is like so long-winded, like they're best friends. They considered each other sisters for like years and years, I think it's harder than that, than just to sort of distance yourself. And Kristen, like I'm giving props to Kristen, guys, because she's still, a lot of people would just take their pride and be like, okay, well, if they don't want to be friends with me, I don't care. But she's still like really trying. Like she's talking to Katie and saying like, she's pouring her heart out. And there's just no sympathy.
It would have been in this episode if I were Kristen, or in this moment, that I would have been like, okay, screw you. I've tried. It's time. Because when she's like, I need you guys the most, and Katie rolls her eyes, even if I don't necessarily want to F with you at the moment, I still am going to care that you're this hurt because we have this entire past. So that would have been enough for me to be like, if y'all, fine. Screw y'all then, because it's just sad. It's sad.
And I just don't get why it's that now you're ready to cut Kristen off.
Because Stassi decided.
Right. Now it's like, I thought this should have happened years ago. And she would have been able to handle it because then she knows she really did something unforgivable. But it's like with this, it's going to be harder for her to really accept the friendship being over, because it's like, over what? Because me and Carter, whatever,
I mean, I just think back to like Stassi leaving and going to New York and coming back and using Kristen to get back into the group.
Right.
She's back in. Yep. She's good. She's got her bow. And now she's like, bye-bye. I don't want to deal with you and your mess anymore. And I just don't think that that's fair when Kristen has always been there for all of these girls, no matter what mess.
That's true.
Archie, you're not buying it.
I mean, we all know
you're buying this.
We all know what we can deal with. And I mean, fully, their points, like you guys' points fully makes a lot of sense, but we all know what we can deal with. And I too, Katie, I fully agree with you. Like when TV Katie rolled her eyes, at some point, Kristen just has to be like, you know what? I'm going to stop kissing your ass. Like I'm over it. I'm not about to look like the wet dog out here anymore. You're just making me look like a fool. And we are on syndicated television. I'm done. So hopefully she catches what's being thrown to her.
You know what's going to happen. It's going to be Kristen and linking up because they're the outsiders.
Do we think that they resolve this at all?
I don't think there's any going back from like this point. And I agree with both of you also. Like, Katie, don't cry, please. I just think at this point, like, if I were in Kristen's shoes, yes, this would be the point where I would be like, all right, like I've done all I can. If you don't want to be my friend, like I can't make anybody be my friend. So walk away, I guess.
Girl, bye.
So before we move on to our next topic of Brett and Dayna, oh my God, we have to thank you for making AfterBuzz the ESPN of TV talk. We could not do this without you. Thank you for tuning in each and every week and the comments and everything. If you're on YouTube, thank you. You guys are really active in the live chat, and we're going to get to your comments in a second. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. If you're listening on iTunes, please give us 5 stars. We love your reviews each and every week. We didn't get any 5-star reviews this week, which is our first week. But hey, guys, we went 14 weeks with a 5-star review. That is a record, I think. I'm going to go on record and say that that's a record. So thank you for the reviews. Regardless, thank you for the comments. And yeah, Shady Booty, Elizabeth Hart, Billy
I love
Branch.
Shady Booty.
I love Shady Booty and Gene Wellsome. They're all, in the live chatting it up. So, you know who also is chatting it up this week? Brett and Dayna. Sorry, that was the worst transition.
That was great. I loved it.
Do you guys like them together? Is this going anywhere?
No. Maybe for like 2 more episodes. Like, but you could tell Brett he is not ready to take anything serious right now. He's freaking flirting with Lisa while her husband's out for
I think all of Brett's BS is storylines. It's not none of it's real. Like that's why I was like the whole Lisa thing. I was like, this is bizarre. Why are you saying you get butterflies in your stomach around this woman that you work for? I'm really confused. Like maybe don't be attracted to your boss when the husband's in the car, and the whole Dayna thing. Like she can't. And I've said this before, but it's like I wouldn't. If it didn't work out with the one person that I dated at the restaurant, I wouldn't go and date the only one that's there. I don't know.
Wait, but you guys don't know girls like that? Like, I legit have girls from college who it's like, girl, can you please date somebody outside of our school? Like, seriously. She could be one of those. Like, she likes a close knit.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm not into it. And like, not even that. I mean, Max and Brett are friends, yes, and they work together. I mean, Max is technically his manager, but also like Scheana's dated them too, and you're kind of friends with Scheana. The whole Scheana thing is like really pissing me off. I don't think that Dayna needs to ask Scheana anytime she wants to freaking talk to a guy. It is so annoying.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what?
Oh, she back. Hi, sorry. I don't know what happened. Okay.
No, I will say though, I don't think she doesn't need to ask anyone for permission, but I thought it was just like a good move on her part. Like she was just like a stand-up chick. She's like, hey, I don't want any drama. If I like the guy, great. Just want to make sure you're not like suppressing any issues because I don't want to deal with this shit later. So let me just let you know what's up because I'm going to continue this. So, but them together, it just seems like an easy lay. Like nothing's going to be out of this.
Yeah. And sometimes those are good. You know what I'm saying? After a see you next Tuesday and Brett's there and he's just looking chewable. It's like, why not? You know? Why not? Yeah. I'm here for it, Dayna. Like just, take it down if you want to. But if you're not interested, if you want more than just taking it down, I say get out of Dodge because it's not happening. He's not the one.
Are we going to talk about the party later or should I get into my feelings about the party now?
Go for it.
So what is up with Scheana and like this whole thing? Like, I get wanting to like find your lobster and like find your partner. I understand that. Like, I feel the same. But what is the whole thing of like, I'm doing this single and I'm divorced? Bitch, I'm single. No one's even wanted to marry me. If anything, being divorced is a good thing because somebody wanted you at some point. So I don't understand the whole like, I'm divorced because that clearly is bothering her, the fact that she's divorced because she says it every episode. Like, I just want her to like really figure out the rooted issue for that.
She's the rooted issue. And what's amazing to me, she's 34, I'm 32. And I just started watching the show last year. I was able to binge it, but if it was me on the show and I'm watching myself back, I'm going to look at how, I was being a bitch here. Oh my gosh, I was so crazy here. With Scheana, the reason she keeps talking about her freezing her eggs every episode is because she's not dating anyone. Remember, last season, it was, I can't even remember all her boyfriends' names, all the boyfriends, but whoever she's dating at the time, that's all she's focused on. So now she's not dating anyone. So all she's focused on is freezing her eggs. She has to talk about it every time. Then the fact that she had a meltdown, I did appreciate that she finally was open and honest with her insecurities because we clearly know that's what her issue is. She's insecure. But at the same time, if you're going to boldly say you're 34, 35, and the same way someone that's 10 years younger than you, we would tell them like, you need to grow up or get some help. You're the same way. You need to go get some help. Go get therapy. Go do some Reiki or something. You have to find yourself. You're gorgeous. She has a lot of potential, but until she starts to love herself and get to know herself, she's not gonna have a successful
relationship. Are you okay, Katie?
I think I'm like choking on the bullshit. I don't know. Like
what's going on?
I like breathed wrong and now I'm literally sobbing. So just don't mind me.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, we're good.
All right.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Good.
And scene.
Okay. Archie, did you disagree, agree with?
What are we talking about?
Scheana, hot mess,
okay.
train wreck.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I fully get where she's coming from because I just feel like even when you're in a friend group and everybody kind of has a partner, like thinking about now when all my friends have somebody and we're in quarantine, I'm just like, well, damn, So I get what she's saying. No matter if you're divorced, single, 3 divorces in, I get that whole like lonesome. You want a happy ever after. You want a forever because she can look at people like her parents. Because I work with somebody who knew her in high school, so like having that, she has a solid foundation growing up. You want that for yourself, although you're just like a hot girl summering it all the time. You get tired of that. So I get where she's coming from, and I appreciated the vulnerability that she was able to show. But yeah, I am too sick of her storyline. It's the same thing over and over. But I totally get how she feels so emotional all the time because I'm sure it's a lot on her.
Yeah, I agree. I'm empathetic with Scheana. I am divorced in 27. Like I 100% get it, but that is not an excuse to be, I think, so selfish. You're basically saying that all of your friends are in happy relationships, but because you're single, you can't be happy for them and you have to be miserable. And that's just, I think, very selfish. And there's a line, like there's a point where it's like, okay, we get it. And like, I feel like that too. I'm like, oh, I'm 27 and divorced. It sucks. Like, it's not fun most of the time, but I'm not going to project that onto other people's happiness or let my own feelings get in the way of somebody else's happiness or relationship. It's very selfish. So I'm not here for it. I don't think it's an excuse. I get it, but it's no excuse to act the way she does.
That's right.
I did like that she got called out on her bullshit when I don't know who was talking to her, but they were like, Lala was like, it's always your best friend. It's your best friend, but yet you're really trying to be with them. And I think, how do you not see that watching it back? But maybe she doesn't watch it back. So who knows? But I like that was brought to her attention.
Yeah, that was a good point.
Also, side note, the whole Max being invited to Dayna's birthday, but she didn't personally invite him, but she was like, he knows he's invited. I mean, I would have expected like a personal invitation or else I wouldn't have went. Like,
right. Me too. I was on Max's side with that too.
Yeah.
Like,
that was
if you don't invite me, I don't think I'm invited.
Yeah,
I'm glad we're on the same page. I'm like, what is she talking about? Like, that's weird.
Is it weird though? I'm sorry that because when that scene was happening, is it weird that Ariana and Lala and Dayna are like friends?
Well, the producer was probably like, y'all can sit together. And
you guys are all blonde and we need Ariana to do something.
Something.
How about the cake? Like all of the girls just being like, oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Can y'all calm down? Like it's fine. You'll be okay if you get frosting on your
looked
face.
so sad when they were like cake kissing. She just looked so sad. Like I was just like, Scheana, like the fact that you're the oldest one at the party, and then you're over there in the corner, like boo-hooing, like
cake.
Girl,
no, that was Charlie. Charlie was like, "Oh hell no,
not my sisters, not Tia and Tamara. Me, Tia and Tamara, get the hell out of here."
Charlie probably doesn't know what cake tastes like. She doesn't eat anything. She's a very picky eater. So she was like, get that cake away from me. I get it.
That's true.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, honestly, I would have been one of those girls. Like, no, don't touch me.
Don't put that cake.
All this makeup. I'm out in WeHo. You are not getting cake in my hair. No.
Not in my weave.
Not today. All right, guys. That is a lot to deal with. Okay, so Beau and Stassi. Okay, who here thinks that Stassi is like, in the right? Like she should be pressuring Beau, Archie.
No.
No.
I was ready to go against it.
That was it was like a
no, not at all.
Okay, yeah. You think she's being extra?
I think she's being very extra. Let the man do his damn thing. Like you cannot control every single thing. How long have they been together? Not even 5 years.
Not even that long. Like not even that long.
And he says to her, like, we are going to grow old together. So like, girl, chill.
Yeah.
And I can understand Stassi. I went through that too. But granted, we were together for like 10 years and I'm still like, boy, what are you doing? But even then, whenever I would talk to other women who were already married, they would tell me you cannot pressure a man. You just make them prolong it even longer. Right. So with her dating, they're older, they're in a more adult relationship. It's like, girl, you know what's gonna happen. He's sitting here talking to you about your kids or how he's going to be the funny dad. It's going to happen. Relax. It seems like Stassi's still being the Stassi we all know she is. Like, she likes to stress over things. She likes to have something to worry about. And so now this is right. And so now it's like this. And so now after he proposes, so now she could worry about the wedding and wedding planning. It's just like, girl, relax. and now look what happened. The pandemic shut your stuff down. Yeah, so now you can worry about that.
Can't control the pandemic.
Okay, you can't exactly. You can't control everything. So just relax.
And I think it was at the bar at the birthday party. She had mentioned it again, and I verbally said out loud as I'm watching as a viewer, I'm like, I would just dump her. Like, it's that annoying. I know that's a irrational decision, but like, it's just so annoying. Just chill out. Cause I think she made like a passive aggressive joke and she was just like, oh yeah, but I'm never going to be married.
Right.
Yeah.
But then after she said it, she apologized. She was like, I realized, like, la da 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 da. So I was like, maybe that was her way of like, let me joke about it so now I can apologize about it instead of being like, oh, sweetie, I wanted to tell you that I'm so sorry. And there were cameras there. So she's like, great. Let me just bada bang, bada boom this right now.
Relax.
Jean says Stassi was just too thirsty to be engaged.
Wow.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, I get it. It's like you want that proposal, that ring. But I mean, again, it's just these people are so concerned with like their friends and what they're doing. Right. She was like, oh, like Katie's wedding, or what was it? Brittany's wedding is done. So like, why hasn't he proposed yet? Like, what? Like, go
the next
on your
day
own timeline. Yeah. Right. Stop comparing yourself to your friends and how long they've been together and when they're married. Like, stop it. Just go on your own time. And it's making, like Archie said, like if I were Beau, I'd be like, I don't even like, I wanted to propose. Now I don't even want to because you're so annoying about it. Like, it's just annoying. But yes, I'm glad that she redeemed herself and apologized, and I'm excited to see the proposal. Hopefully next week.
But I also felt like I didn't like what Beau told the girls that they were fighting. Or like, it's like, you already know she got messy ass friends anyway. Don't tell them all that information. Like, they need to nip that in the bud now before they get married.
Also, what the hell was Katie? Because I felt like that was Beau, like talking to two of his friends. What the hell is Katie doing? Going to Stassi and then being like, oh, well, Beau told us that you were fighting. Did you want to tell me about that? It's like, are you so bored in your own life that you got to just stir that pot? You're just stirring it up. And how sweet was it when Beau was describing how much he loves Stassi and he was like, I wake up and I think about her and we just can eat mac and cheese and joke together. And I'm like, this is what I'm looking for.
Right.
Yes, exactly. Right. Before we close out the episode, I do have to do an honorable mention. For Danica randomly getting in trouble at Sir for not like just messing orders up, for having an attitude problem. I will just say, in work, everybody messes up. That's totally fine. But having an attitude problem and all the flashbacks, there was like at least 3 occasions where she was given attitude. And I think that's not cool, Danica.
Yeah, she definitely has an attitude problem.
I love how she's like, I do not have attitude.
Yeah.
Did you want to check the way you just said that or what?
Right.
I love it. Any final thoughts on the episode before we move on to our special segment?
I hope we don't have to wait 6 weeks to see Beau propose to Stassi like we had to wait forever for the wedding.
And if we have to, I hope she's just chill out.
Yeah. I'm asking for a lot.
Oh my God, props.
I'm over it.
Brought out the props. I love it.
Guys, I have to read this comment from Lisa Delicious Lexus. I love that name.
Okay.
She says, the witches of WeHo should put out a Kristen edition wine that's a little strong and used to drown sorrows when your friends turn on you.
Oh, that's good.
Damn, that's good.
The shade.
Okay.
She'd be suing.
Alexis Delicious.
Lisa Delicious.
Oh, Lisa
please,
Delicious.
join their marketing team because that is great.
Yes.
Oh, may I also say that I thought that it was
Yeah.
very like Lisa holier than thou to be like, I'm so busy, but let me just get out of my car really quick with this entourage and say hello to all of you at the party. Like, what?
Right.
Get in your car and go home. If you're not gonna come to like, and everyone's just like,
I love it.
She
I
walks in,
know. I
and I was
love
just
it.
rolling my eyes. Like they all just are sucking her dick. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I will.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
Listen, when I met Lisa and interviewed her, I was doing the same thing. I was like, the queen is
Oh no,
here.
she's the queen. Like she is the queen.
I'm sure if I saw her, I'd be like shaking in my boots and I'd be like, may I kiss your ring?
I love it, guys. All right. We have to get into our Pump-tinis, guys. Who wants to go first? Jeroslyn, would you like to go first?
Oh no, let Katie go first.
Oh, Katie
It's
wants
just
to go
because
first?
it's gonna steal. Someone's gonna steal it, and I don't have another. I'm gonna give it
go
to
ahead.
Kristen. She needs to drown her sorrows with her own glass of wine, and she just needs a drink. And I feel bad for her in these times. And maybe two, maybe like the double fist situation, and she can drink two at one time.
Yes. My Pump-tini goes out to Schwartz. I want to get drunk, get saucy off of some Pump-tinis with Schwartz, and we can wake up with our own shameovers. I want to get him to divulge how he really feels about his wife. I'm gonna be like, just tell me, just be honest, and then I'm gonna go read Katie to Phil. Like, this is what your husband said, girl. Yeah. He's never gonna drink with me now.
And then tell her how boring she is after.
Right. You're like, Schwartz is never gonna get drunk with me now.
God.
He knows my plan.
I am gonna give my Pump-tini to Beau because the poor guy, God bless him for dealing with Stassi just in general. But right now, this topic of just badgering about the wedding is annoying.
Very. Definitely. So I was going to give it to Kristen, but we are giving tonight's whole episode Pump-tini to Archie J, who just celebrated a birthday.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Archie!
Thank you. Yeah, it was Sunday.
We are celebrating you. This episode goes to you, Archie, because we love you and we wish we could celebrate in person, but we missed it. So
I know.
this is
Thank
next best
you.
thing.
Thank you so much.
Of course, we love you. So that was our Pump-tinis. Comment down below and give your Pump-tini out. Actually, you can't give your Pump-tinis because all the Pump-tinis this week are going to Archie. So comment down below and wish Archie a happy
I'm gonna be
us.
fucked up soon. Apparently, all the Pump-tinis.
Yes. You deserve it. You deserve it. All right. So, Jeroslyn, I think we have some news.
Yes, we have some news. Lisa Vanderpump, the queen, is devastated over the closures of her restaurants due to our quarantine. Of course, as we know, she runs 4 well-to-do establishments in LA: Villa Blanca, Sir, Pump, and Tom, which she co-partners with Tom Schwartz and Tom Sandoval. And Lisa says, it's been devastating. It's not just our business, it's our life as well. And so many people have worked for us for so many years. And I mean, now they're all on unemployment. So just the whole fact that it's just everything gone right now, we can't go anywhere. I can't see what's going on. It's been devastating. It's been really sad, I have to say. Oh, I mean, damn, Lisa, like out here having problems like us common folk over there at Villa Rosa. She's on her pony. And she had to close her 4 restaurants.
What are you riding the pony?
That was me riding the pony.
Oh my, that was my favorite news segment I've ever heard. Thank you for that.
Oh, yes, I needed that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. Yeah, reality is hit for
everybody.
A vast majority of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's affecting everyone. So it's nice to see that she's still supporting her employees and looking to rehire them after this is all said and done. So shout out to Lisa and every other boss and manager out here who is trying to keep their employees and team intact and at this crazy time.
Definitely. Shout out to Lisa. All right. Yeah. So let's get into our predictions. Archie, would you like to start off?
Oh, what do I predict? I mean, I do foresee Dayna and Brett becoming whatever they will, but I also foresee that being very tumultuous when it comes to the breakup part of it. Yeah. So I mean, I'm excited to see it unfold.
Yeah. I love it. Jeroslyn?
I'm predicting that Dayna is gonna have to reach Scheana to fill once more because Sheena's just doing a little bit too much that surrounds around Dayna's love life.
Makes sense. Katie?
I predict that there is going to be an episode next week, and we're going to do an after show on it.
That's right.
Wow.
There it is. That's what
That is crazy. Why
I
would you
have to
say that?
I have to remember to pay attention to the next week on, because I always just turn it off. I'm like, wait up, and then I turn it off, and then we
That's
do
my
this, and
favorite
every time
part.
I'm like, shit. Next week I'll have it. I'll have something good, y'all.
I know Danica is going to try to get involved with Dayna and Brett, just like she tried to get involved with Dayna and Max, and I'm over it. Why is Danica so invested in Dayna's relationship life as well as
She should
Scheana? Like,
focus
why are
on
they
trying
so
to be a
worried?
better manager.
And I think, I don't know if we're going to see the proposal next week. I know there's going to be some. I'm already annoyed about the proposal, see, because Stassi's killing it.
I feel like it wouldn't even be a surprise at this point.
Yeah, it's not. And I do think Kristen is just going to decide, like we said earlier, that she's just completely done with the girls. I hope she moves on, finds some new friends, and just, learns to love herself and not value herself based on how her friends see her.
Right.
Archie, what's that?
I was listening.
I like it. All right, guys. So that is it for this week. Oh my goodness, we're so excited for next week, and we have, like I said, people in the live chat. Oh my goodness, wishing Archie a happy birthday. Wait.